What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. This is your boy, Take on Possible for my. This is a Straight No Chasers, and we're getting straight to the point. I want to thank y'all for giving me your eyes on this, because this is a very historic thing that's happening tonight. I'm not gonna dwell on this long. I'll talk about this more on. Remember, you want to catch our show live? It's Thursday between 8 to 8:30. We talk about topical news, and you can't get no more topical than this. So sadly, and I do mean sadly, because people are crazy in this world. Today around 7 p.m. there was an assassination attempt on President Donald Trump. Thank God that it was unsuccessful, but also it's horrible that people died in this attempt because of crazy people. And it's gonna be more and more news coming out of this, so that's why I said Thursday will be a better show if you want to listen to them. I'm just doing this now for the state. So I feel bad for all the people out there who have lost their loved ones, because this is basically a horrible situation that's going on, and I don't know what else to say. I mean, my prayers go out to President Trump that he's all right. I'm not gonna say he got shot, and it was by God's grace that he turned his head at the last second before that shot got him in his head. People are this crazy out there. Much as I could say, I know who I'm gonna vote for and everything for myself, I don't wish none of the cans. Not Joe Biden, nobody can. I might call Nancy Pelosi and all the people piece of crap losers, but I'm piece of S losers, but I don't want them to dead. I don't want them to get killed or murdered. All right. But if I have to lay the blame on anybody out there, it's basically the mainstream media, your MSNBC, your CNN, your CBS, all those, because y'all lie to the American people and to the world, and people are not smart enough to go look at other news sources to figure out what's the truth or not. And that's the point I'm calling this out for, because it is. It's not being called out, and it needs to be called out. But I've mostly I've showed my receipts all the time when I talk about this stuff. But this was a horrible thing in that regard, that people are now getting a little too crazy with this. All right. Now, if anybody out there feel the worst for is the person who died, not the assassinate person, that piece of crap, go right in hell. The person who was behind the president, which me and my wife were talking about. I remember when we were talking about that, when I said it was like 7, 8 shots rang out, and people behind Donald Trump, and no innocent person got shot in the head. Sadly, yes. So I'm gonna show you that. Not show you that. That I'm not gonna do. But we're gonna talk about that. I got 3 news clips. We'll talk about it and move on. But I hold like I said, I hold the media to this, because they are just frantic jabronis. Some of them said, like like MSNBC and CNN and stuff. At the beginning, they changed their tune, of course, and they pulled it back. But something in screenshots and stuff, they were talking. They have articles of saying Trump removed from stage by Secret Service after no startled former president crowd, which was crazy that you put that when it was. We know what it was. If Biden was up there, you know the first they would have said it was a gunshot or whatever. But also, so people was like, Secret Service went to catch the president as he fall off the stage. I'm like, those are news. USA Today, CNN, MSNBC. Was those appropriate? No. See, one thing about me that I will tell anybody, and for anybody who listens to my show, and you go back to the past and see, I will be straight honest with no person. I'm not above no sin. I'm not above no sin. I'm not no holier down to any other person up there. I'll call people out who do heinous acts, what it is, and I don't think they don't need to, whatever. But when it comes to politics, I don't want to give one side the power, Republican or Democrat. Again, I'm a libertarian. But I don't want to give one side of the power because the other side will get the same power because they do not stay in office. We do not have a monarchy, a monarch. We don't have like they stay for whatever. No. Once if you give the power to one side, you gotta understand the other side is gonna use that same power. That's why I hate when a lot of Democrats be like, oh, we got this, and you gonna give the other side the same power. And the same thing with Republicans. Oh, we're gonna give this to the power, you're gonna get the same side, the same amount of power. I don't like that. So for me, I wouldn't want this to happen to Biden nor Trump. And the sad thing about this, I don't want to have, like I said, I have sympathy. Even though I as well, I'll wear my stuff, show everybody on my sleeve. Even though I don't think Biden is a loved person, as a lot of people call him. I don't want the man to get killed. I don't want a man to get shot. Technically speaking, I think he should relax and go away and relax and enjoy his elder years. Because he's not running this country, point blank period, we know that. And his wife is doing elder abuse against this man. He should just relax and chill with his grandkids and relax and just go away. But no, we gotta prop him up like Bernie. We can't say Bernie and parade this man out there who is not that. But point taken, we're gonna be talking about Biden a little bit more as he responds to what the news came out today. As Barack Obama has also condemned this. And we'll listen to the president of the world because this is a very heinous and bad thing to happen. So I want to put this to you to the screen, and then we go from there. So I want to play what Joe Biden has said about this, because this is, like I said, it's a sad thing, and I don't wish it on nobody in that regard, because this is something that is horrible, very, very horrible, and people need to understand that. Chill days are over and gone. You're correct, my friend. As I'm looking for the chat and everything. So yeah, but let's listen to what the president had to say about this situation.
I think we've got Joe Biden speaking in the US now. Let's take that
doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have engaged in making sure that the people and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. Yeah, the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I am able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that there's thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do, okay? I don't know enough to. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Yeah, leave it at that. And for Joe Biden, I respect him for saying that in that regard. All right. Sadly, like I said, now, of course, I was looking for a video, which I know it was, and I had the video, and I can't find a video per se about people in Hollywood who are sick people, like the lady from Orange Is the New Black, and another person who was from one of them movies, I forgot what it was, that was saying because of the whole thing that Trump had got immunity for from immunity from prosecution if he's doing it in official capacity, not official capacity, official, not unofficial. And the people talk about that because remember the Stormy Daniels money thing, the 30 felonies, which basically are misdemeanors, and also really should not even been done in the first place. But I digress. I'll talk that in another show. That happened before Trump became president, so he could still go to jail if that was supposed to be the case. If that was the case, which we know is a witch hunt, but it is what it is. But there were people saying, Biden, you could take out Trump. Biden, you should go. Since you can't get in, you could go ahead and shoot Trump and all that stuff. Those people are crazy. But I still say the news media have their blood on their hands because they are just sickening, right? And again, even though people will say, "Oh, I'm more concerned." I've told my leanings left, right, on whatever, why I deserve, whatever. But I listen to all kind of news. I listen to MSNBC, Fox, ABC, CNN, CBN, all different news. Why? Because I want to be an informed person. I don't want to be a senseless, mindless, drone person who not know what they're talking about. But this is how close it is. This is how close this happened. That he could have. This was a horrible day. It really was.
To some folks who kindly pulled their vehicle over for us so that we could speak with them. This is Stacy and Vanessa. And as you said, Lester, the former president now posted on Truth Social describing how he was shot in his ear, grazed by a bullet in his right ear. Well, Vanessa was right there. You both were right in front of the former president when this happened. Can you describe what you witnessed?
Yes, we were 6 rows back, straight in front of him, at his podium. We could see him really good. He was talking about his chart, and he moved his head to the right to explain where they're at in the chart. And then as he moved his head to look at the chart up on the screen, that's when he got grazed in the ear. If he had not moved his head at that nick of time, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
So he moved his head just in the right moment to get an ear graze instead of something worse.
Yes.
And Lester, let me just explain to you briefly, because we were on the press risers as the former president was starting his speech at the rally. He was only a few minutes in. What Vanessa is referring to when she's talking about those charts, he was talking about immigration and immigration under the Biden administration. He had screens on the left and the right of him, behind him, and he was pointing to one of those screens where he had a chart that was detailing immigration rates, and he turned to point to that chart, and that is when his ear was grazed, and you've seen this on the video. But to Vanessa's point, if he hadn't made that turn to show that chart, things could have been a lot different. Vanessa, where you were when you first heard those shots ring out, what went through your mind and what happened with you and the people around you?
At first, I didn't know if they were firecrackers. There were 6 pops. It just went pop, 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 pop. And then as I was staring straight ahead, I looked across and I didn't see anything. So I looked back at President Trump, and that's when he went down. And then
What ran through your mind?
That, we are all in a situation that we could be very hurt. And they're telling us to all get down, stay down. And then a lot of things went through my mind. Where's my husband? What about the 3 people that we met today beside us? Who else could be injured? You know, why did this happen at President Trump's rally? I mean, a lot of things went through my head. Are we going to be out of here safe? You know,
What are you? I mean, you are safe, thank goodness, and I'm so glad you are. And I'm so sorry that we're meeting under these circumstances. As you sit here in your car now, trying to process all of this, what are you feeling now?
I just want to go home. I just want to go home. I'm glad that President Trump is okay. I worry about the children that were at the rally and how traumatized they are after witnessing all this. The little girl that was a couple rows ahead of us, oh, she was petrified. And what's going through her mind? Is she going to be okay, or is she going to have, you know, nightmares? Or, you know, I worry about children. I worry about the people that lost their loved ones today. And I most certainly worry about my President Trump.
Vanessa,
We're okay.
I'm so glad you're okay. Vanessa, Stacey, thank you so much. And please, you deserve to go home. You deserve to get some rest now. And I hope you drive safe. And thank you so much. They've been here since 7 o'clock in the morning, a long day, and certainly not the day that you were expecting. So thank you so much. And Lester, the sun is now setting here in Butler County as the tragedy of the day is just starting to dawn on all of us who were here.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was crazy. If he didn't turn his head to talk about immigration, which is one of his strong points, it could have been much worse. Thank God that it wasn't that. This is crazy. It's getting crazy and crazy of what's going on. And the thing they tell me, because I was talking to my wife when about this happened, just when it just happened, I was like, wait a minute, seriously, are you crazy about this? And I'll say this too, guys. For the people whoever who did this, I'll say this: y'all literally gave the best screenshot, the best praise that you can have for that man, which is this. I'll see if my camera can pick it up. This itself is crazy. That is iconic with the flag behind him and everything. That's crazy right there. But but sadly, when I was talking to my wife, I said there was a lot of shots. There's a lot of people, the way it's set up with Biden and Trump, the same way. You have people around him. Sadly, people lost their lives. And that's what we talk about right here. And then, give my final thoughts about this.
News just reporting that one of the attendees has died from injuries as a result of the shooting. Joseph, you told me off camera that you may have witnessed this, and I'm so sorry to be talking to you in this tragic moment, but can you describe what it is that you saw?
I was attending the rally. I was in the set of bleachers, the very far left of the podium where President Trump was speaking. I was there with friends. I heard several gunshots. The man beside me suffered a gunshot wound to the head, was instantly killed. Fell to the bottom of the bleachers. Another woman looked like she got hit in the forearm or hand. And then at that point in time, it was rather chaotic at that point because half the people were looking because they thought it was fireworks. I knew it was gunshots right away. My friend, he hit the deck. I was kind of looking around just trying to see where the shots were coming from. It seemed to me like the shots were coming from behind the bleachers. It seemed to me the man got hit in the head from behind. He was killed instantly, as far as I could tell. And at that point, state police and a SWAT team, started evacuating the bleachers, and then I helped carry the man out of the bleachers to a tent that was behind the bleachers.
You helped carry the man yourself. What was his condition when you were carrying him?
He's deceased. He died.
How close were you to him?
A couple yards. It wasn't very far.
Did you know the man?
No, it's a complete stranger. They put a towel over his head and then carried him off.
And you said there was another woman nearby who was also injured. Where was she in relation to him?
I believe she was in the bleachers, like either above me or just to the side of him. But it seemed like she was kind of at my flank, and then she flinched, and it looked like she had taken a gunshot wound to the forearm and hand.
Joseph, from where I was standing, we heard multiple gunshots, 8 to 11 shots. We've been hearing it replayed on the video here. Do you remember, can you tell, I know it was a chaotic scene, but at what point, was it immediately when you heard the gunshots that he was shot, or was it later on into the firing?
The first 7, he was hit and she was hit within the first 7 shots. I counted 7 shots.
What was going through your mind? You were right there. I know it happened so quickly, but what can you tell us about those moments?
First, I was in shock because I know what gunshots sound like, so I knew they were gunshots. I couldn't tell from where they were coming from. And when I noticed someone got hit, then I noticed, well, it seemed like they were coming from behind me. And it just was pandemonium. And then I heard some more shots, and I couldn't quite tell where they were coming from. But I counted the first 7. They were very loud and very close. And it killed one man and wounded another woman.
And Joseph, you told me that you're a doctor, you're an OBGYN. How did that background play into how quickly you were sort of able to assess the situation and know what happened to these individuals and know what was going on?
Well, I told the police, I tried to render assistance. I told the police I could render assistance. They had another physician on the EMT team, so they kind of took over. So they weren't really need me, so I kind of helped carry him down initially out of the bleachers. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't, the man that got hit, there was no assistance that needed to be given. And unfortunately, his family witnessed the whole thing. It seemed like he had several family members in the bleacher with him. And they were quite upset. They didn't know, they were in shock. They didn't quite know what's going on. But the man was definitely killed instantaneously.
Could you tell us sort of how many family members or people who knew him were with him, and what was their reaction?
I thought there was 5 people. 2 of them were relatively hysterical. So, but they were, when we took the man out of the bleachers, he went to the tent. There was an aid tent or some type of tent behind the bleachers where they took the body, and they immediately evacuated the family with them. And the 2 out of the 5, it seemed, in shock, hysterical. Like they were still trying to process what was going on.
Joseph, from where I was standing, we heard the shots. We saw the president go down.
Yeah, I saw President Trump get hit. Yeah.
What can you tell us? What details you remember?
It seemed like his head was off to the side, and it seemed like he got nicked in the ear.
Was that before the Secret Service took him down to the ground, covered him?
Right before the Secret Service. I mean, it was maybe, again, it's hard to tell, time dilates when, it seemed like it was a second or 2. Like that first 7 shots that went off, the man got hit. He was killed almost instantly. The woman in the bleachers, she got injured, like she got hit in the forearm and the hand. And then in those rounds that were fired, again, I was videoing the event, so that's when I saw Trump get hit. And it seemed to me like he was looking to the side and the round grazed his ear. So.
Could you tell the gentleman that was hit in the head what angle he was?
And for me, it seemed like the man was in the way.
Yeah, my heart goes out to the family who lost that man. I feel very sad for him and his family. That was not something you was tending to do. You just wanted to go there and give you support for the former President Donald Trump. And I'm sorry, you people who asked for his, my mistake on that one. That was my mistake. But you people who asked, wanted to assassinate, want Joe Biden to go do this and all this stuff, which is heinous. And most of you Hollywood types are heinous people as well too. But again, I don't want nobody to this. I told my wife earlier this year, and it has been for me and my wife. That have been an easy year for us, as we lost both our grandparents and more, and it's not easy. But 2024 was a year. I said at the beginning of the year, it's gonna be the year you rip off the Band-Aid. Now, I want to say this right here. I think y'all, whoever did that, whoever crazy that person was, or whoever was set up to do that, you just gave former President Trump the election. mean, that picture I just showed you on the screen, this picture right here is showed. You can't get more braggadocious and defiant than this. This right here is what it is. That's an iconic picture. So that's what it is, and I'm going to be using that picture in Thursday's show. So we'll wait until the news go out. News go out. I pray for that he could heal. He didn't get hurt that much. Thank God he moved his head quickly enough that he didn't know that by grace of God that he didn't kill. Sorry for the people who lost that guy. I don't know who his name is, and the woman who got shot, and anybody who gets stampeded on because again, hysteria craze problem. The guy who got, at least I'm happy the person who did shoot, the shooter got killed. Sorry, what you was trying to do was a horrible thing, and I'm happy that we ain't gotta worry. We have no trial for you, so we can hear you say any stupid nonsense. So again, next week Thursday between 8 and 8:30 the show starts. Check out Project with Mike again on YouTube, YouTube, Twitch TV, Spotify, Rumble, Locals, You Now You Live, Temporary TV. Okay, check this all out. We will catch you next time, and we'll talk about this. I mean, this is our topical show. This is the topic. So I hope everybody's good. Tomorrow Sunday, enjoy church. That's what we're gonna do. Enjoy church service, and we'll catch you next time. And again, prayers go out for the family of the guy who got killed. Sad to say, and excuse me, and also for all the people who were traumatized, almost getting killed in that situation as well. All right, peace out. God bless y'all. Catch you next time.